These days, as far as the guitar goes, I just fiddle around. Like I had a bad episode there when I had to go through the chemotherapy, so my hands weren't quite working up to speed. But prior to that, I was trying to play a lot of Neil Young. Like I only know so many chords, and I was getting right into it, and then that happened, so I had to slow down a bit. So now I'm getting back into it, and basically know the major chords. Yeah, Neil Young has probably been one of the greatest influences as far as my guitar playing goes. I mean, come on, who can't play Neil Young? Yeah, when I was born, it was the first son after 3 daughters, and they were kind of in cahoots with what to name me, with the midwife and my mother. And I guess it boiled down to, she had come up with some Welsh name, Llewellyn or something. Thank goodness I didn't end up with that tag. So what happened eventually is the midwife just turned to my mom and said, listen, what's the old man's name? David. David he is. And that's what I've been for the last 50 odd years, yes. Okay, well, when I guess I was living in Etobicoke up until 12 years old, and the only music I heard in the house was coming from my sister's stereos or even closing play, like we're talking a long time ago here, right? So I would listen to a lot of folk, a lot of Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that, like a lot of guitar-influenced music. But I guess that's what triggered me to start learning how to play guitar, because I really enjoyed it from that moment on. And yeah, my sisters played a big part in that. My sisters. Yeah, love them all. My oldest sister, Meyer, she pretty well taught me how to laugh way back when at an early age, because I was kind of insecure. Like I grew kind of fast and got skinny real quick, and she was always there to make me feel happy. And can I say the word hoolie? First time I smoked hoolie was with my oldest sister, Meyer, and I spent 2.5 hours up a tree in Frog Hollow. Yeah, it was a great time. Took them, 2 fire departments and a bunch of ladders to get me down from that tree, but I was enjoying every minute up there. Thank you, Meyer, down there at the bottom of the tree. Katrina is a great one too, my middle sister. She taught me a lot about the philosophy of life and guided me through raising my daughter, Lindsay Joanna, which I love to death. Yeah, she's been a pillar in my life ever since. Joanna, I know the other sisters don't want to hear this, but has always been my favorite sister. She taught me how to drive, and she loves music as much as I do, if not more. Yeah, I became a father back in 1991 to a beautiful daughter, Lindsay Joanna. I remember the day well. I was actually driving as a courier. My spouse at that time was at the hospital. I was trying to do as much work as I could to make some money until I got the call. So I raced down to Mount Sinai. It took me forever to find a parking spot, which I eventually did. And you know, I'm hungry. I might as well eat now because I'm going to be stuck upstairs for a while. So I went out to the hot dog stand outside Mount Sinai, and I saw the lineup was just incredibly long, so I gave up on the idea of getting a hot dog, and I ran upstairs, and believe me, as soon as I walked in the door, she was being delivered, and it was just a miracle. They actually put her in my hands before my spouse Lois's hands, and then they took her away. I guess they have to do that nowadays in the hospital, right, to make sure she's okay and all that. But she was just gorgeous. You could tell she had the Hughes blue eyes like right away, and I knew she was mine, and I love her to death. Like to this day, she still helps me out in more ways than you'll ever know. Yeah, I love her. I guess if I have any regrets in life right now is the disease I've been fighting for the last couple of years, cancer. It's touched so many people that I've known, and to have it eventually happen to me, it scares me to death. Another regret is my dad. I lost my dad like 4 years ago, and I miss him. I just miss the father figure. Yeah, you just think your parents live forever. I get to see my mom once or twice a week, and I'm so thankful for that. But Yeah, there's always that missing piece in my life because there's no dad, no father figure. I like, yeah. And now I'm a dad myself, and I want to live forever for my daughters. I love them so much.